implied meaning. It is same. It is something like sakura in Japan. Now, when uh, we are talking about sakura, the English translation of sakura is cherry blossoms. It is a one kind of flowers of pink color for us because we know many flowers. But in Japan, they have exactly divided these four seasons: winter, summer, autumn, and all the four seasons. Winter is the most difficult season that you can't go out, and it's very difficult to do work outside home. And even when you are inside your room, you cannot go to the washroom, and you need the heater always. You cannot get into the vehicle. You have to on the heater in your vehicle. Now, during this winter, these cherry blossom trees are sleeping. Now, uh, at the end of winter and towards the dawn of spring, cherry blossom trees, they come into life. First, there are lots of flowers blooming on the trees. So they are sakura. Actually, the blooming of lots sakura in Japan is not only a message of or the beauty of flowers, but it is the dawn of spring. That is why when sakura is blooming, they have these flowering festivals, what is called hanami. Now, therefore, that they have the sunlight, comfort, outdoor work, and meeting with friends. You can freely go into the park and mountains and rivers when the spring dawns. So the feeling of sakura is different to the Japanese culture than we experience it now. Therefore, these words have these three types of meaning: direct meaning, indirect meaning, and implied meaning. The implied meaning is also called cultural meaning. In every culture, there is a special meaning to the to those words and concepts. Now, for example, I will say another example. Now, in Asian context, white is the symbol of purity. So when you are dressed in white, that symbolizes purity. Now, when these lay devotees, they come to the temple, and when they go to the church, kovil, they wear in white to uh, signify that in bodily conduct, and also in mental conduct, they are pure, and also they are going to be pure. But this meaning is not understood by the people in other cultures, that you have to live in that particular culture for a considerable long period of time, then only you understand it. Now, as we respect elephant, lion, bull, there is a similar respect and affectionate feeling towards the horse and dog in European culture. Now, when I went to Japan, I remember I saw that uh, one advertisement on TV. There are four members in that family: uh, mother, daughter, son-in-law, to whom the daughter is married, and there is a huge dog, huge dog. So this it was a telecommunication advertisement. So every day you see it on TV. They call now mother is there, father is there, son-in-law is there. They call that dog father in family. They say, "Father, come here. Father, shall we have food?" That dog comes and it joins, and it is a continuous series of advertisement. Now it was very strange to me, because the concept of dog in our culture is completely different. As we understand the existence and quality of dog, we never say and we never consider it to be father of the family. It could be a very serious insult to the real father. Now, so in different cultures, there are different cultural meanings applied and implied to the words. Therefore, whenever we discuss a concept in academic sense, it is very important to define the terms and know their direct meaning, indirect meaning, and implied meaning. Implied meaning, again, we say the cultural meaning. Then I will move into the next section. Mm. Now we have here uh, four keywords. Four keywords. Career, development. Career is one very important word in this topic. Development is the second key term. Then personal satisfaction. The fourth is collective satisfaction. We can now go into details and see one by one. Now we know when we say career, it means job or profession. When we look at the professions that we experience and witness in society and you are engaged in, we have professions, how to say, they are understood by the knowledge, training, and experience or expertise. When we get a teacher at the school level or university level, doctor, lawyer, manager, architect, accountant, judge, soldier, that means that if you are in this profession, if you are in this job, if you are in this career, that means you have the knowledge related to it and special training related to it and also experience related to it. By this knowledge, training, and experience, actually knowledge, training, experience, all are different sides of learning. Knowledge you get by learning, training you get by learning, experience you get by learning and working. Then you become a successful teacher, doctor, lawyer, manager, architect, accountant, judge, or soldier, etc. Then also there are in traditional societies professions like coming by tradition, where our parents did it and so we are following it. Especially when the economic activities are not much developed, in such societies, in Asian, African societies, we have these traditional jobs. Father did it and the sons or daughters are following it. Sons are following their fathers and daughters are following their daughters. We have in our society like professions like farming, then carpenter, planter, maybe cook in some cases, and also especially in Kandyan tradition, in Sabaragamu tradition, in southern tradition, drummers we see in Perahera and other cultural festivals. They come drummers and dancers. They come from tradition. Then also there are some professions. They are a way of life. Their way of life. Now see a Buddhist priest, Buddhist monk, Hamudro. When you look at that life, that in that life, it is not that you do a job and come back home and you have a personal life. Now you go to work, you work at your workplace, and when you come back, you have your personal life that is separate and independent. But when we look at a profession like being a Buddhist priest, that is devoting whole life for the work, day and night, whole life, 24 hours, that you have to devote your life for your profession, and also you have to keep aside or give away your personal feelings and interests for the sake of this profession. Of course, they are sacred and devoted. There are ways of life which are professions. Then we have jobs that are decided by passion of people, passion, feeling, interest, dreams, like being a novelist, poet, maybe veterinarian, again a cook, gardener, actor, singer, a pilot, a sportsman or sportswoman. Of course, the I haven't put all the feminine forms. They are also applicable not only to the male but also to the female. actors and actresses and song singers and songstresses like that. So then businessmen and businesswomen, politician. I have underlined it. It's very difficult to decide, especially in Sri Lankan context. Now, when you look at Singapore, Japan, Australia, Canada, America, and UK, they become politicians due to their how to say professional qualification to become a politician. But in Sri Lanka, we see that people join politics and then they contest for this election and the things like that. I feel like because of their passion that they want to go upper in the social ladder, and maybe they want to be powerful and rich. The guys we see and meet around us mostly like that. So when we define the politician, we have to define that politician according to the social context. Anyway, it is a passion in our context, in our neighborhood, related to the passion. Then also there are professions that are entrusted upon you. Entrusted upon you. That means that you have to do that. Especially, I have put within bracket family business or family income. In the case of florists, do this malsala business and the things. Then matchmaker, astrologer, royalty. Sometime when it is a family business, being manager, also maybe being a cook again, although it came at another place. Drama, being a drama, because of your family tradition and the how to say family engagements and so family responsibility, social responsibility, that there are those professions, they are entrusted upon you, that you have no way but you have to go on with them. Now I understand very well that you are not in this how to say other groups, but all you are in the first group, that by knowledge, training, and experience, you are professionals, uh, that you have developed your career, developing your career as professionals because of the knowledge, qualification, training, and the experience you are having. Now, having seen this background, shall we go to the next level, that is development. Development, we know that is improvement. Improvement. What's improvement? Growth, advancement, become better in skills and status. When I am thinking of my profession as a teacher, when you are thinking of your profession maybe as a manager, a lawyer, so you have to become better in future in your skills and status. That is your improvement, growth, and advancement. And not only that, there are other levels to move upwards to the top level, that you wish to be the top lawyer, top doctor, top manager in your field, or move upwards toward the national level or international level. The improvement or development, the professional advancement can have different aspects, as we witness here. Move upwards to the top level in your organization, in your institution, in your company. Then, if you are uh, dedicated enough to move upwards towards the national level and also to international level. Those are paths, avenues, and opportunities that you have as young professionals you are having on your way. Then actually these are the things that you have to aim at. Now, why now Indians are leading the world? Indians now, when you go to America, US, then this UK, Japan, Australia, Canada, wherever you go, in IT field, in businesses, they are leading now. Actually, in coming decades, decades that we can witness, especially with the economic development and social advancement of India, it will be one of the leading nations in the world, because wherever Indians move into, they try their best. They work very hard to move upward to the top level and or to the national level and also to international level. Actually, these are the level of dreams, hopes that you have to have as young professionals uh, from Sri Lanka and from our nation. Then improve in what and how? In what way? What are the areas, avenues, fields that we can improve in our professions, in professionalism? We have to improve our knowledge related to the job, knowledge related to the subject, knowledge related to the work. Of course, then the experience. While you are now, wherever you go as a manager, as a teacher, they will be asking for your experience, because with only knowledge, we know that we cannot solve the practical situations. We cannot face the practical situations and uh, down grassroots level problems. When you have experience, you know how to face the practical situations and solve the grassroots level issues. So experience is very, very important for any field. Then, though, to prove that you have knowledge, to prove that you are equipped with experience, we have to have proper qualifications, proper accepted, accredited qualifications. Then exposure. Exposure means that you are open to a vast audience of professionals in your field. Now, in maybe in medicine, law, education, management, tourism, that you have to build the connections, the network, so that the people in your field, people in our field are more connected to us at national level and also at international level. For example, now we have academic conferences at university level. Now, the university encourages the academic staff to go and participate in national and international conferences, because we meet people who have similar interests, similar skills, and working hard in the same field. Such network is very important. Then we have paths, avenues, experience, sources, not only at local level, but also at international level. So whenever we can have relays, especially now with the development of this communication tools, social media, etc., we can develop such connections and network. That networking is very important. We call it the exposure. Another word, synonym for exposure is networking. Then responsibility. One path, one avenue we improve in our path of professions is that have higher and greater responsibilities. Then status, of course, you understand the status, the higher status. Then recognition, how to say, level, district level, national level, international level. In what level you are going to have your status improved, recognition. Then, of course, benefits, maybe salary benefits and other benefits that you are having, financial benefits and other all benefits that are coming in. So when we are improving, when we wish to improve, when we dream to improve in our professions, we have to pay attention to these areas, these facets: knowledge, experience, qualifications, exposure, responsibility, status, recognition, and benefits. Now I will move into a beautiful saying by Benjamin Franklin, the founding father of United States. There is a founding father, first president of US on the dollar notes. He says, without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement and achievement and success have no meaning. When we are in a profession, we have to always think continual growth, continuous growth and progress. If not, if we are not interested about that, if we are not aware of that, if we are not dedicated for that, then useless to talk about improvement, achievement, and success. If you want to have improvement, achievement, and success in whatever you do, whatever field you are engaged in, we have to think of continuous growth and progress. A very beautiful saying by Benjamin Franklin, who established the United States of America. I will show you another beautiful thing. That is, to become an expert. Expert is called Visharad in Hindi. Visharad in Sinhala. Actually, it is originally a Sanskrit word. We use it as a loan word that we have borrowed it from Sanskrit, and those are called in linguistics, in the scientific study of language, we call it loan words, that we borrow some words from other languages. In Hindi, that is called Visharad, that consonant ending, and in our language we have the vowel ending, with vowel ending, Visharad. That means you become an expert in your profession, expert in your profession, passion, or career. For that, you have to have three qualities: pratibha, inborn talent; vyutpatti, constant or continuous learning; third one, satatabhyasa, constant or continuous practice. Now, you may think, how about the first one? Whether we have the first one. Because you have the first one, you are already there. You have passed through the O levels, A levels, your degrees and interviews. You are already there because you have some kind of inborn talent towards that of that profession. So pratibha is that we don't find people with 100% pratibha, inborn talent. Maybe 1% have 20%, the next one 30%, then the third one 40%. That percentage is of course different. You are already there, you are already in one profession because you have inborn talent, pratibha. Next two are very important: vyutpatti and satatabhyasa. Vyutpatti means constant or continuous learning, constant and continuous practice. If you have these qualities, you can brighten your pratibha, that you can bring your 50% pratibha into 100% level by constant and continuous learning and continuous practice. Therefore, they are very important to have in professional development. As young professionals, especially, you have to think about that. Now, personal satisfaction. Now we come to define another important term, that is personal satisfaction. See, there is this simile of diamond. Simile of diamond. Among gems, diamond is considered to be the most beautiful. Among gems, in the world of gems, diamond is considered to be the queen of gems, because other gems are either circular, have only few facets, few sides, but diamonds are the most beautiful, and they are considered the queen because it has many facets, many sides of it. You can uh, you can see it from many sides. In the same way, personal satisfaction is not only one side. It should have and could have many sides. We can see what they are. First, this self satisfaction, having happiness and peace of mind. Now, my profession, your work from morning to evening, if it disturbs your happiness and peace of mind, then we have to think carefully of it. At last, we have to be happy. Happiness is most important. There is this Japanese principle called ikigai, Japanese principle of selecting a career. We should like and select what we like most, or we have to find our passion. This is the actually now we go to school only maybe 12 years or 12 years, university 4 years. But when you go to your workplace, your profession, you are going at 20 or at the age of 20 or 25. Until you retire, you have to be there. So most part of our life, we are going to live with our job, not with education. Most most of the time, we have to live with. So in our selection, we have to be very careful with the job, with the work, with the profession. We have to find the meaning of life. That is what is called ikigai. Ikigai means finding the meaning of life. Now, ikigai has these aspects. In the inner circle, we have passion, mission, profession, and vocation. Passion means your dream, what you like most, what you like to be and want to be as your future. What future I am going to be? What is future me of I am going to build out of present me? I have to change present me to build up the future me. For that, I have to understand very clearly. We have to understand very clearly what is the passion, mission, and in that, with that passion, what we are going to achieve. What are the personal status, social status, family status that we have to achieve? Then profession. Profession means what you the skills you develop. In general, the skills you develop. Profession. Vocation means your suitability. Suitability. Now, even though we study medicine, but my suitability would be for one area of medicine. Now, in law also you have that you study the vast subject called law, but you have your suitability to one particular area within that. Profession is the wider, broader picture, and vocation is exactly what suits us, suits your passion, mission, and feelings. Then in outer circle we have what you love, what what the world needs, what you can be paid for, and what you are good at. Considering these areas very carefully, we have to think of the profession. Then, of course, that will be for your happiness and for our happiness and satisfaction. Now we see in Sri Lankan context that some children have to select their way of life, their future life from uh, from to satisfy their parent dreams, which is not in practice in with developed nations. With developed nations, we have that you are going to select your work, select your profession, select your education, what you are going to do according to your passion. Now we know that Bill Gates' daughter is a horse rider. Now, Bill Gates, once he was the richest man in the world, but his only daughter has selected the profession to be a horse rider. So that is passion and mission, profession, vocation. So that is the finding the meaning of life. Now, there is another beautiful saying from Muhammad Ali, an American heavyweight champion, in boxing world. This name is very famous. Before this, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, he was the uh, heavyweight champion, Muhammad Ali. He says, this life is not real. When he was old, he was saying this. I conquered the world. He was the best boxer, and it did not bring me satisfaction. He could conquer the world, conquer the opponents, but when look back at the life, he says that he was not satisfied. Now, this is not ikigai. This is not the purpose of life. That we in every day when we wake up in the morning, we have to be happy about the profession we are going to work for. And at evening when we come back, if we are happy that what we have done today, then every day will be a uh, and day of satisfaction. Now we have this uh, Eleanor Roosevelt, the wife of President Roosevelt, American influential writer and activist, and the first lady also. Happiness is not a goal, but it is a byproduct of the life well lived. Very beautiful saying. Happiness is not a goal that tomorrow we are going to be happy, or next year we are going to be happy. When marry, you are going to be happy, or when we retire, we are going to be happy. It is not something like that. Happiness is not a goal that we have to uh, follow for, but it is a byproduct. Every day when we live, every day when we work, happiness should be there. It's a byproduct of the life well lived. Very beautiful saying. Now, last, there is a beautiful saying from the Buddha. The Buddha says, Santutti paramang dhanam. Santutti paramang. This is the correct writing of it. Some people write it wrongly as Santutti paramang dhanam as separate three words, but this is the correct way to write it. Santutti paramang dhanam. Happiness is the highest wealth. Happiness is the highest wealth. Now, this week, right, that Ratan Tata died, one of the how to say, legend of Indian innovative business. I saw one of his the text of one of his interviews. He says that first he innovated thing but was not much happy. Then he acquired things, the properties and the companies and the things, not happy. Then he went offshore, that his business empire spread throughout Asia and to different parts of the world. He was still he felt that there was something missing, and he says that one day one of his friends proposed him to donate some uh, how to say this some tools to assist children with walking disabilities. Then not only the friend asked him to donate it, but also he was invited to participate at the occasion. Then by his own hand he could hand it over to those disabled children. Then one of the children came near him and said, "Sir, I came to thank you." But then Ratan Tata said, "Yeah, I already heard your words of thank before and also now." Then he said, "No, you and me, we will be meeting in the heaven. I want to remember your face so I can thank you in the heaven as well." Ratan Tata said, that is the most satisfactory words he heard, and from there he he moved to this altruism that he has to do something for the satisfaction. So happiness is the highest wealth. Happiness is the most important wealth that we can earn. Then also we have to pay attention to the happiness of family, parents, siblings, means brothers and sisters and offshoots, children. Siblings and offshoots are more poetical language. That if we are successful and happy individually as a person alone, that will not be considered to be the real happiness, but we have to share that happiness, of course, with the family, parents, siblings, and offshoots, siblings, brothers and sisters, and also children. Then future, that we have to feel and understand that you have a brighter future in your profession, in your in the profession that you are uh, giving your strength and knowledge. That is very important. If the future is not secure, safe, then there is again life leading to uh, dissatisfaction. That is why the Sri Lankan people, they are moving to the developed nations and developed countries and societies because already their future is secure. When you grow old, when you retire, what is going to happen to you now? In Japan, they say two pensions when you retire. There is one pension that government is paying you, other than the health insurance, and also there is next pension coming from your profession. And if you are strong enough, you do another job. When they are retiring, they say maybe at the age of 60 or 65, they say I'm getting ready for the second job in my life. So the future should be secured one. Then most important is health. The highest gain, the Buddha says, health is the highest gain. Arogya Paramalabha. When we work, when we work hard for our profession or job, if that is leading to uh, how to say ill health, sickness, then we have to be very careful. Because I read today there are 33,000 cancer cases last week. Sorry, this year, the last week result has come. So it's very sad that where our society is leading toward. Health is not just physical health, mental health, physical health, financial health, social health, and community health, work, the health in your working environment. Health is very important. Actually, even after this webinar, I wish and I encourage you to study more about the ikigai and this well-being. That will give you lots of insights and ideas to improve professional life and also uh, personal life. Then I'm moving because time is flying. Satisfaction. In Buddhism, there is a idea called uh, unpolluted, unstained happiness. Because especially as young generation, young people, we have to think carefully. There are many ways in society, and when you move to the media, social media, you see that people enjoy. It is a kind of dirty happiness. That happiness is not pure. But we have to remember when we grow old, if we feel shy, very shy for what we did in our youth, then that will be a kind of repent. Therefore, Buddhism teaches unpolluted happiness. That happiness should be unstained happiness. This is again, this mark is opposite to that. Dirty happiness, not dirty happiness. We have to be interested and look for unpolluted happiness. That is called anavajja sukha. anavajya sukha, unpolluted happiness. Then to improve yourself as a person, as a human. That means that uh, in overall development, overall improvement, overall growth, we will have real happiness, real satisfaction if we have developed as a person, as a human being with human qualities. So these are these different facets: self-satisfaction, then uh, family satisfaction, the satisfaction regarding our future, then satisfaction in relation to our health, then uh, pure satisfaction, anavajja sukha, and personal advancement. So satisfaction should have, personal satisfaction should have these facets. Then collective satisfaction. It came before also, that is related to family, parents, uh, siblings, that is brothers and sisters, and offshoots, children. And we know that in what a society we live, that we had our life and we were supported and fed by many people. Without the support of parents, relatives, family members, and those who loved us, we would not have reached to the levels we are now. Therefore, we have to see also the satisfaction and what we can do for kith and kin. That means friends and relatives. Society where we live in. Now, uh, then country where we are born, live, and that fostered us. Most of us, we have received this free education, which is a blessing for our life. Of course, in this western region, in Colombo, Gampaha, and Kalutara districts, people pay for international school and the things when they have extra money. But actually, this having free education is a wonderful advantage that all countries don't offer this to their, how to say, new generations. Now we are having. So who pay for that free education? Free education. Now education free, examinations free, textbooks free, everything, library facilities free. When you go to internet facilities free, our people pay for our education. Farmers who work in the field, those women who pluck tea on mountains, and those fishermen who work under very difficult condition, under very heat in in these coastal areas. They are paying for our education. They have paid for our education. It's our social responsibility so that if we can repay them. So we have to do something for this society, do something for this country. Then, if possible, and if we have capacity, we have to do something for the all humankind and every living thing, flora, fauna. That is the best way to live. That if we are able and capable of doing some kind of service for the betterment and happiness of the humankind and every living thing that is existing on earth, then that will be the real collective happiness. Now, last, most important qualities in professionalism and elegance. Elegance is a modern term for gentleman and gentlewomanhood, gentlemanship or gentlewomanhood. Now, in the past, there was this concept of being gentleman, gentlewoman, a respected person in the society. Now we have this term elegance. Elegance represents gentleness, the, the respected way of life that has following qualities. Discipline. Discipline means not being harmful to you others and every thing, every living thing, not being harmful to you and to others and every living. This is called minimalism. Minimalism in dressing, in food, in use of equipments. We have to be very careful not to harmful to oneself, not to be harmful to others, also not to be harmful to the human society, other beings, and to this Mother Earth. So the best way, now the world moving towards minimalism, that is called green politics, that we have to preserve the world and its assets for the future generations to be born. Therefore, discipline in every way, discipline in whatever way is most important, especially not being harmful to oneself, harmful to others, and towards every living. Then confidence. Wherever you go, whenever you move into, maybe into another country, another society, people of other faiths and nationalities, but we have to have self-confidence, self-honest and being self-confident, but not to cross the line to arrogance. Then dedication. This is being honest to whatever thing we do, commitment to what you do and value. What we do for living and what we value for our living, we have to be dedicated for that. We have to be honest to our profession, our work. Then success is next to you. Pay attention to detail. This is very much missing in Sri Lankan culture. People try to do 100 more things, but nothing perfect. Paying attention to details means when we touch something, when we do something, when we engage in something, when we work for something, we have to study the details of it. Pay attention to the detail, which is very important. Next is healthy communication, skills in compromising and also understanding. That it is one of the very important skills, that we talk to other people and to make them understand, communicate good ideas, and build the skills of healthy communication. Respect all. The next one, that living happy in diversity. And now the world has changed. Uh, Decades ago, it was called a global village. Actually, it has now, because due to this, the advancement of this communication tools, social media, and the things, the entire world has become very close, like a family. Something happened that in New York, in few seconds you can know here, and what is happening here, the entire world will be knowing. So we no more we have these differences of race, religion, creed, caste, etc. The slogan of Harvard University, number one university in the world, is come to Harvard and live in diversity. That is living in diversity with people from different nations, different cultures, different uh, religious and cultural backgrounds is a very important talent we have to have with our professional life. Then altruism, being beneficial for yourself, others, and every living thing. Whatever way we can be useful, beneficial, and helpful, that is called altruism. That brings happiness back to us. Then spiritual advancement. More than we consider it in Sri Lanka, in the European world, in Scandinavian countries, and developed Asian nations, there is a great interest for yoga, meditation, etc. Because now the world understands that material development and satisfaction from material things is actually unsatisfactory, that we have to develop, we have to have a kind of spiritual advancement to be really happy in this life. That is, purify deeds, words, and mind to be a better human being here and now before the evening of life. If we wait until the evening of life to do these things, then we can't find happiness and meet happiness, experience happiness in day-to-day life, in our work, in our professional life. So we have to think of these important uh, qualities of elegance, gentlemanship, uh, right here and now. I did not expect, actually almost 1 hour is gone. So thank you very much for listening to me very patient. Thank you all. Everyone, sir.
Uh, On behalf of everyone here, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the most honorable Thero for sharing such valuable insights on career development for personal and collective satisfaction. Your teachings have truly enlightened us and inspired us, reminding us of the importance of aligning our careers with our values and contributing to the well-being of others. And now we move to a Q&A session of this webinar. If you have any questions, this is your chance to ask. And don't hesitate, please ask if you have any questions. We will give a few minutes.
Almost 1 hour passed, so I think there may be no question, I suppose.
Since we don't have any more questions, I would like to invite Chaturi Jayasuriya, the current secretary of the past Student Association of Sri Kalyani Dhamma School, to offer the vote of thanks.
Everyone, Saranai to everyone. Venerable Thero, I have a small question, if the time permits, for seeking for your kind advice, very
Yeah.
brief.
Yeah, you are most welcome.
So you were talking about self-happiness, which is the most important aspect in one's life. But
Mm.
when we work in different environments of career environments, we meet people with different personalities. Sometimes we'll have to deeply involve with them in work,
Mhm.
environment. Sometimes
Mhm.
their personalities may be challenging, and also directly involving with our happiness. Sometimes certain things they might do, certain seniors that we come across in all of our uh, job environments, we might meet people who might have a direct involvement with how we emotionally feel and how we
Mhm.
work. So
Yeah.
if you can briefly give us a small advice to everyone on the platform present today as to how we can deal with those people with different personalities, not to affect our happiness, but also work productively in our career and lead a happy life while performing well in our work.
Okay, thank you very much for your question, Miss Chaturi. Actually, this is a very important question. Now, uh, we have, this is a very natural phenomena that people are different from each other, that we don't find people with similar status and interests. So it is very natural that it is like when you have a picnic in the jungle, you meet a different kind of trees. There are bigger trees, smaller trees, shady trees, poisonous trees, and trees full of flowers and fruits, etc. This is a very, very natural phenomena. Now, uh, when when we are dealing with a difficult person, actually, there we have to deal with that situation practically, at practical level. Now, we have to follow the practical terms. For example, if you have to face strongly, you have to face strongly. If you have to face legally, you have to face legally. Then that is, if not, we are going to be the weaker side. But important thing is, I remember one of my professors in university. He was actually very good leader and very good manager. And when he's strict, he's the strictest person among us. But he one day said, if he had to work with a particular person in his day work with strict words or strict actions, in the evening he goes home and for that particular person, he especially thinks, may he uh, be happy, successful, and may he change mind, and may he become a better person. Because actually, as Buddhists, always we have to, how to say, think very carefully of the karmic side of our personality. Now, in our day-to-day work, when we engage with people and when we are working with people, if we have some stern and strong ways to face and deal with them, but still when we should not bring it out of the workplace. Just it be in the workplace, and we go home, we keep those files there in the workplace, and when we go back, we have to forget and forgive those difficult situations, and be kindful and to develop loving kindness towards them. In workplace, in ground, at grassroots level, we have to be practical, legal, effective, and exemplary. But of course, when we go back to our room, when we go back to our personal life, we have to forgive and forget them for their mistakes, and also we have to think that they are also people moved by their karmic forces. Sometimes maybe that they don't want to be strict, and maybe they don't want to be bad, but still because of some reason they have had like that. But we should not allow them and their actions and reactions be affect, so that it affects our karma. So we have to look at it in different it is something like that the working files we don't bring home. That working files we keep it at the office. When you come back home, when we come back to home, we have to, so that their behavior at workplace, their uh, how to say, actions and reactions at workplace should not allow disturb them, disturb our inner peace, inner life, and karmic existence. I think that is a good way to look at it.
Thank you very much, Venerable Purihamudrune. And I believe that today's webinar, the first webinar of our webinar series, was of extreme importance and value to everyone present who were present today. And we thank on behalf of the committee and the Past Students Association. I would take this opportunity to first of all thank our most venerable Dr. Deniyaye Pannaloka Buddharakkhita Thero, Principal Podihamudro of Sri Kalyani Dhamma Vidyalaya, and also Senior Lecturer of University of Kelaniya, Department of Pali and Buddhist Studies. And also for all the professionals from the professional forum, our professional circle that's present today. I believe that this is going to be a good start for all of us to join hands for amazing project that we have already started, but also for amazing projects that we are working forward in the coming couple of months, and most likely in the next year as well. So thank you so much for being present and joining with us today, and continuously being with us. And I hope that this was a fruitful, effective webinar for all of you, for your personal development, for your career development, and for your personal happiness, which is the most important element in one's life. So I wish all of you a very good night, and thank you very much once again. Thirwan Sanai.
Thank you very much, and Thiruvan Saranai to all of you. Thiruvan Saranai, Subhra,